All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about how to turn your Instagram ads from, maybe just an expensive habit into a real profitable engine for your growth.
I mean, this is the question, right? The one that probably keeps you up at night. Are your Instagram ads just a giant money pit? You're pouring cash in, but are the results, are they really there?
Yeah, and this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Running Instagram ads often feels like pouring money into a machine and hoping sales appear. It's such a common feeling of frustration. But here's the good news. There is a much smarter way to go about this.
So, let's start with the biggest trap of them all, the ad spend money pit. You know that knee-jerk reaction when ads aren't performing? Just throw more money at them. It feels like it should work, but it's a huge mistake that almost never pays off.
And here's why. Cranking up the ad spend might get you more impressions. Yeah, you'll get more eyeballs for a little while. But it rarely, if ever, fixes the real problems. Think about it. If your ad creative is off, or your targeting is wrong, or your offer just isn't compelling, all you're doing is paying more to show a broken ad to more people. You're not actually fixing anything. You're just accelerating how fast you burn through your cash.
So if just spending more money isn't the answer, then what is? Well, the answer, the real key, is optimization. This is where we shift from just hoping for the best to making smart, strategic moves based on actual data.
And when we say optimization, what are we really talking about? It all comes down to two big goals, lowering your CPC, or cost per click, and your CPA, which is your cost per acquisition. Basically, we want to pay less for every click and ultimately pay less to get each new customer. It's all about making every single dollar you spend work so much harder for you.
And this slide lays it out perfectly. It really is a tale of two strategies. On one side, you've got the just increase the budget approach. It's a short-term fix, kind of like a Band-Aid that just masks the real problem. But on the other side, you have smart optimization. That's the long-term solution that actually drives real sustainable results.
Look, the most successful advertisers, they rely on data, not just hunches or guesses. It's a total mindset shift. They're not just crossing their fingers. They're digging into the numbers to figure out what's working and what's not. So let's see exactly how they do it.
Okay, pillar number 1, mastering your ad creative. This is so important. We have to remember, Instagram is all about the scroll. If your ad doesn't physically stop someone's thumb in its tracks, well, then nothing else you do even matters.
And you've got to do it fast. This is the 3-second hook test. You literally have about 3 seconds to hook someone. So how do you do it? Well, you can start with a surprising statement, something that makes them go, wait, what? Or you can ask a really bold question. Or, and this is a big one, you can clearly state a problem you know they're dealing with. Okay, let's look at a real example. The old way? Try our skincare solution. Snooze. So generic, right? You'd scroll right past that. But the optimized way? Still struggling with acne after trying everything? Wow. See the difference? That speaks directly to someone's pain. It's personal, it's real, and it makes them stop and think, hey, that's me. So, you've nailed the hook. Awesome. But it's not just about what you say. It's also about how you show it. The format really matters. Let's take a look at a few.
First up, the classic feed ad. You know, this one, it shows up right in the main feed as you're scrolling. And that's why it's so powerful. It's great for driving conversions because you're right there, mixed in with the content people are already engaged with.
Next, we've got the Explore ad. This is for when you want to reach new people. Think about it. When someone goes to the Explore page, they are actively looking to discover something new. They're literally in a show me something cool mindset, which is perfect for introducing your brand to a whole new audience.
And then there's Reels ads. These are huge right now. They're immersive, full screen, and they pop up right between the other reels someone's watching. This is key because it feels super native. It doesn't scream ad. It feels more like part of the entertainment, which can get you way more attention.
But wait, there's more. You've got to do some final creative tweaks. For instance, test out emotional copy versus something more logical. Try super short copy against a longer storytelling approach. And definitely experiment with those little CTA buttons. You'd be amazed how changing Learn More to Shop Now can make a world of difference. It's these small things that can turn a campaign around. All right, so we've got our creative looking amazing. Now it's time for pillar number 2, tuning the performance engine. This is all the behind-the-scenes stuff, the little tweaks you can make inside the system to get maximum impact.
And there are a bunch of key levers you can pull. Things like refining your audience, using lookalikes and retargeting to find the right people, or checking your ad placements. Why spend money on stories if the feed is doing all the work? You can even get into day parting, only running ads at the times your audience is most active. And of course, there's your bid strategy. Each of these little adjustments can make a huge difference.
Now, this is something a lot of people forget. It's not just about the ad itself. You have to analyze what happens after someone clicks. Are you getting tons of clicks but no sales? Well, maybe your landing page is super slow, or maybe your checkout process is a pain. These drop-offs can absolutely kill your results.
And just to really drive that point home, look at this number, 53%. That's how many people will just leave your site if it takes more than 3 seconds to load. More than half. Gone, just like that. So yeah, that post-click experience, it is absolutely critical.
Whew. Okay, we've covered a ton of ground. So let's pull all of this together into a super simple, actionable checklist that you can use to get consistent results. Think of this as your weekly game plan. You're going to monitor your click-through rate. You're going to swap out creatives that aren't pulling their weight. You're going to keep testing hooks, formats, copy, CTA buttons, all of it. You'll check your placements, refine your audiences, and make sure your funnel is smooth. The key takeaway here is that this is not a set-it-and-forget-it thing. It's a constant process of tweaking and improving.
And that really brings us to this final thought, which I think sums it all up perfectly. The difference rarely comes from luck. It comes from disciplined optimization. It's so true. This isn't about getting lucky. It's about being smart and methodical.
So I'll leave you with this question. After everything we've just talked about, what's the very first thing you're going to optimize in your next campaign? What's that one change you can make today that might make all the difference?